Good morning, Northeast Ohio. So how was your week? The Republican race for the White House went from a carousel ride to the new Valraven at Cedar Point. Drops, loops, dips, you blink, it's over. Donald Trump, your presumptive nominee, poised to paint the town gold in July as he accepts the nomination at the Q. Governor John Kosich leaving politics out of his political speech as he suspended his campaign, focusing on his positive experiences on the trail, thanking lots of people, most notably Ohio.
As for my beloved Ohio, the people here, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to be a leader in this state. The people of Ohio have given me the greatest professional experience of my lifetime.
The attention on the convention is going to be unlike anything that we have seen in modern politics, and Cleveland is already reaping the benefits. Have you noticed that when the candidates talk about the convention, they're not saying Republican National Convention, they're saying Cleveland.
We're probably a little myopic about it, but it wouldn't surprise me if you ask people around the country, where's the Republican convention being held, where's the Democratic convention being held? A lot more people would know Cleveland than would know Philadelphia.
Well, now that the convention won't be contested, the 15,000 media that will be coming to Cleveland will have time to write about some other things. And our Kristen Volk found the host committee, well, they got some ideas.
So we want them to see Public Square. We want them to understand that we have hotels here and that it's because of the demand that this city is now seen as a business destination, as a leisure destination.
It's a tall order and a long, frustrating process to change the perception of Cleveland from the outside. But two nonprofits focused on revitalizing downtown and the city as a whole are using the Republican convention as their pulpit to do so.
We think we're going to be able to blow people away with what we have to offer here in Cleveland.
And their hope from Destination Cleveland and the Downtown Cleveland Alliance is that the thousands of reporters who are here for the convention will write, talk, Snapchat, and Instagram a lot about Cleveland's gems.
Cleveland will continue to be the backdrops of those stories, and they're going to see us, whether it's a skyline or they're going to be able to understand what our neighborhoods present and our ethnicity. So there is going to be a lot for people to talk about.
As a start, journalists can already get a taste of what Cleveland has to offer through the host committee's media page online.
Trying to help them understand what we do have here, our world-class art, culture, and rock and roll, this idea of sophistication and grit.
And that's why Cleveland bid for the convention, beating out cities like Kansas City, which incidentally hosted the last controversial Republican convention 40 years ago in 1976. And the city that they beat out to win that convention? Cleveland. Our Newschannel 5's Ted Henry was there.
Senator Schweiker, are the Republicans going to be united this fall against Jimmy Carter?
Well, we're going to be united, both Governor Reagan and I.
1976 was the last true convention where neither Gerald Ford nor Ronald Reagan went in with enough first ballot delegates. The convention was held in Kansas City's Kemper Arena, but it was one that Cleveland had pitched for Public Hall. Ted Henry telling Kansas City's mayor that Cleveland Mayor Ralph Perk wasn't happy.
Mayor Wheeler, we've got a man in Cleveland who doesn't think a whole lot of you right now, and it's not because you're a Democrat. I'm talking about our Republican mayor, Ralph Perk, who says you have effectively stolen the Republican convention away from Cleveland. How do you plead?
I'm guilty. We came up with a $500,000 commitment that Cleveland's government was unable to do.
Now, something else Cleveland was unable to do was to provide the number of hotel rooms that were needed to make up the difference. Mayor Perk proposed bringing in cruise ships to dock here off East 9th Street, sort of floating hotels, an idea that, along with Cleveland's bid, quickly sank. As did the Republicans' hope for victory in the fall. For though there was a united front in the end on stage, Ted reported there wasn't one off it.
I doubt if they're ever going to rid this huge arena in Kansas City of the smell of the divisiveness among the Republicans that permeated this building tonight.
And 40 years later, unity will be an issue once again at our convention. Incidentally, that Kansas City mayor that Ted talked to in that piece, he's now 89 years old, and he's running for governor this year of Missouri. With Democracy 2016, I'm John Kosich. Enjoy your Sunday.